Hello, and it's a pleasure to be joined by Colin Kidd today. Colin is a By Many founding partner and global consultant. He's worked with leadership teams and some of the planet's most iconic companies and organizations, public and private. But the most interesting thing about your bio for me, Colin, is that up until recently, your grandson thought you lived in an airplane. What's the story with that?
I think these COVID-19 times are interesting, where I've worked all over the planet the last 6 months as well, but I haven't left this desk. So things are definitely changing. I guess I'm lucky and privileged enough to have spent a lot of time literally traveling around the world, from very big projects like restructuring the whole of Romanian broadcasting some years ago, to small artistic teams in London who are trying to create community theatre. I mean, I can go on a bit endlessly, which is a bit boring for people, but it's been I've been delighted by those experiences, which started out actually being the CEO of a joint venture where we rebuilt radio and television stations in war-torn countries. And so yes, I've been at the top end of the frequent flyer scale since actually 1989, which is a long time ago. And I've been at, so those of you know, I'm in platinum that whole time. So
I know that your experience on the international stage is what you will be drawing upon as part of your presentation in the Future Local Government series in your session on breaking down the walls in local government. So what's all that about? What will we be looking at in that session, Colin?
Julia, I'm fascinated by why some organisations who've got great strategies, that have got good systems and are full of really good people and still don't quite get it right. There is still significant frustration. We have this thing we call silos, and it's been a mystery to some extent to me most of my life. And so what I have researched and worked with in organisations all over the world, as we've said, is this notion about, you know, the jargon is authenticity, the jargon is trust. But in the end, it's about how do we need to be as human beings in deep connection to deal with some of these things? Because, you know, sometimes silos are the right thing. This notion that somehow it's binary is actually nonsense. It's when is a silo valuable and when isn't it? And then when do you break it down? And the way we break down silos predominantly is know how to connect. We can call it communication, we can call it trust. But there are ways of connecting with people about what they care about that allows the silos to fall away. You don't fix silos, you actually deepen connection. And then it becomes automatic that the silos at the right time go away. Because you see, if we are well connected, particularly in these times, we also become more resilient. It's another flavour of the month, but actually connection is at the core of human wellness and well-being.
You will be talking to some of those other points, not just in terms of breaking down the silos, but some of the other wonderful benefits that can come from being more connected. What is something that you might be able to leave with our members today to think about in regards to this topic as they go about their day?
The biggest thing we need to understand in connection is, what does formal connection look like and what does informal connection look like? What is this distinction between what we are and who we are? And that's often very scary because that requires a level of vulnerability. And what I want to talk about this coming Thursday is how to be safe in that space, how to remove the fear of that so we deepen our connections. We do the things that we've just been talking about. I want to talk about the reality of the situation. I want to talk about some examples of how they've been broken down. And I want to talk about how each of us individually can make the kind of difference we want to make in a practical, pragmatic kind of way.
Excellent, Colin. It's going to be a fantastic session. I know you have a lot of really interesting stories that you've shared with me that you'll be drawing upon. So I think our participants are in for a real treat, and we'll need to maybe have a bit of out of the box thinking as well for this one. So thank you so much, and we really look forward to it.